Good afternoon.
Hello? Hello? Anyone home?
Uh, I'm just having a delicious cup of coffee from my Society 11 mug. The mug that's not available in all good merch stores. However, you can get a mug that says, I'm no mug, I'm in Society 11 from Tom's store,
I
and
raised
a
mine.
special Society 11 coupon. And you should definitely get one in pink or blue. I'm going to get a pink one. So there we go. Welcome to another Friday Live. It's Friday afternoon at 3 o'clock London time. It is 9 in the morning or something silly over where Curt lives. They've just had Thanksgiving and are all stuffed with turkey and all that
Yes.
malarkey. Did you have a good Thanksgiving, Curt?
Oh, very good. Went over to my sister's Wednesday. I smoked a turkey breast for about 4.5 hours in the slow smoker, and then put it in the oven overnight, and then had a piece of it yesterday morning, and it was just like butter. It just melted in your mouth. It was so juicy because I do a brine, a kosher salt brine with it, and yes, I love it. Love it, love it.
Awesome. Well, we don't have Thanksgiving here, of course, because it's an American holiday, but I spent enough time out there to know what it's all about and enjoy it. And it's basically, for those that have never experienced a Thanksgiving, it's a bit like we do for Christmas dinner in England, but they do it in November.
Yes.
It is slightly different. They have a couple of, but there's some weird stuff, especially in the South. They have collard greens and junk like that. Anyway, hello to Steve Miller and Jerome Johnson and Carl G. Olsen and Tony Prodger and Doug Halfpenny and Leslie Chong Tong Ho and Michael H. Good to see you. As always, good to see anyone that shows up live. If you're watching live, do say hello in the chat. Don't be a stranger. We're currently broadcasting out to the main Society 11 group and the Moneymakers group, and of course, inside our own members area. Where this can be watched for those that don't have Facebook or refuse to have an account on Facebook because Mark Zuckerberg is the devil and is just stealing all your information. So
He is Satan's spawn.
So Steve Miller says he's never smoked a turkey before. Is it difficult to get in the Rizzler?
No, but if you have wide enough paper, it works. I'm really serious. Now you can also chop it up and put it into a pipe and smoke it, but to each their own.
Yeah, I would recommend raw papers because they're quite big, although you would need quite a small turkey.
Well, this one was only a 10-pound breast, so.
Jerome wants to know what's wrong with greens. What's right with them? Right, it's just
Green what?
Leafy, and they taste of leaf.
You mean turnip greens?
Yeah, like what?
That's not part of the turnip that you eat. You eat the turnip, which is the
what
root.
is that? What collard greens are? Is that
Yeah.
turnip greens? Yeah, I couldn't remember exactly what they were. I know they get called collard greens because no one wants to call them turnip greens because then no one would eat them. Whereas if they're called collard greens, you'll eat them once. You'll probably spit them out, but it might. Yeah, some people eat them a second time. Not my thing. Okay, so it's been a damn good week inside Society 11. There have been some awesome posts. We did pop up on Wednesday with an impromptu sort of makeup for not having a review show live because we had tech issues, and we did talk about some of those things. And if you haven't watched that live, then the replay's in the normal places so that you can check that out. Today, of course, is Black Friday. So in a moment, we'll be getting out our boot polish. Blacking up.
That's it.
The day.
That's the
and
whole idea.
offering discounts on our products while chanting BLM or something like that. I don't know. Anyway, it is Black Friday.
Black Friday matters.
Black Friday matters. It's Black Friday, Cyber Monday weekend. Whether you like Black Friday, Cyber Monday, or you think it's a big scam, or you think it doesn't matter, because the bottom line is that there are some good opportunities out there to get some good deals. The trick is to be smart about what you buy. Don't just buy shit for the sake of it. I love Black Friday because what happens is things I'm currently paying monthly for, quite often the companies go lifetime deal or huge discount on our annual or something like that. And then I go, oh yeah, that's a good idea. And they quite often restrict it and say, oh, it's new customers only. But you know what? You sign up with a different email address, you're okay. Incidentally, there is a Society 11 Black Friday special.
There is.
Only available on the annual plan. If you're an existing member and you've been a member more than a year, it is not worth you cancelling and going and getting that deal because, oh, I might save threepence over the period of time or whatever it is. And I'll tell you why. Because if you've been a member for a while, you will know that when you've been a member over a certain period of time, you get access to some extra stuff in your members area. If you cancel and buy back in on that deal, it does start you back at day zero. But if you've only joined recently and you want to go, oh, maybe I could make, then yeah, feel free. But I've given you the only warning that there is to have there. The fact is, you guys that are already in here know the value. You're getting a tremendous value out of it. And so, doesn't matter, does it? And I have posted a link in Society 11 to my own deals page where I'm tracking some of the better deals that I found in the entrepreneurial make money online business marketplace. Including a surprise one in there, I think, for me, because I've listed Omar Martin's product. And some of you will know that I've had history with Mr. Martin. Nothing ever serious. We just don't agree on a lot of stuff. And that's okay. It's all right to not agree on stuff. But him and I actually get on okay. And to be honest, I looked through his offering and it is flipping good. And he does have the credibility to back it up and whatever else. So I've listed it on my deals page. So that's the unusual one. There's also, of course, my exclusive deal. I've done something different this year. I've not discounted existing products. Instead, I'm giving people the opportunity to get in on an early bird of a product I'm not launching till next year. So that is up. You'll find that on my deals page too. Do check that out. There you go. Doug Halfpenny said, yeah, that caught me by surprise as well. You know, the fact is that there are people in this game that, you know, I've had run-ins with and whatever else. It's never personal. Sometimes they take it as such and run away. But I'm always talking about the product or the thing they're offering in their business. I rarely go, well, that guy's a downright. Although there are some people that are, and they deserve to get called out. But yeah, it's Omar Martin I've never had any real beef with. We've just disagreed on some stuff. I personally think that his use of the crush campaigns in mailing is detrimental to your list, not beneficial.
Right.
I think it's only beneficial to the vendor, not to the affiliate, and things like that. And I don't, you know, I'll speak my mind. I'll tell you what I think. I've been doing this 20 years. He's been doing it a long time too, though. And bottom line is, what he does work. So just because it doesn't suit me or I don't like it doesn't mean it's not right for everyone. That's the thing. You know, you got to do business your own way. Hello, Edith. Hello, Tom. Tom says, apparently someone's got a Black Friday special on mugs. Yes, they do, Tom. We've already plugged that at the beginning for you. So,
and I purchased one.
And I'm going to be getting a Society 11 one. I ordered the first mug last week.
I got one in blue.
I'm getting the pink one.
Yeah, see, we'll match differently.
I've got a pink. I'm not a marketer one, but it was one of the first batch where the thing was printed on the front and everything. I'm definitely keeping it for posterity.
Of course. My order number was 100.
1005. Okay.
So.
Okie dokie. Well,
I'm throwing down the gauntlet there for other Society 11 members.
When did you order?
2 days ago, Wednesday.
Okay. I wonder how many orders he's had since. I wonder if order number 111 has gone yet.
11. Ooh.
Has 111 gone yet? I tell you what, if it hasn't, or even if it has, if you order from Tom's store and you get order number 111 and you send me the proof and I confirm it with Tom, I'm going to send you something of value for free. I don't know what it'd be, one of my products for free. Just because you got order number 111 from Tom's store, and I just want to do anything I can. There's a Black Friday special in his store. There's a special for Society 11 members anyway. Take him up on that, and maybe be lucky and get a bonus gifty from me as a result.
I'll sweeten that deal.
Oh.
I'll sweeten that deal. Not only will you be able to get his little gift, I haven't even discussed this with Andy, but if you send us the 1011 receipt, and if you're paying through ThriveCart, we'll give you a month for free.
Boom. There you go. So get your orders into Tom's store if you're lucky enough to get the order number that ends 11. Is it 111 or 1011?
1011.
1011. If you get order number 1011, in fact, if you get that or you get order 1111, I will do the same deal for both.
Yeah.
Well,
there we go.
Sorry, John, not good enough. 10
That's
more
it.
orders.
Yeah.
So there you go.
That's just a binary number there.
It's not gone yet open to all, and there's two open. It's
There you
open
go.
at 1011 and 1111. So there you go. I want to see Tom get over 100 orders. That'd be amazing, wouldn't it?
Wouldn't that?
Right. So what else, Society 11? What else has been happening? We got loads of wins in the group. You know what, though? I think we have to say goodbye to some people now because it's that time. I know it's Black Friday, and we could be kind and let you stay longer, but we're not kind. But if you're watching in the Moneymakers group, there is a deal. There is a deal. It has been posted. It is only on the annual membership, but it is a saving. If it's been the price that's been holding you back and you've got a credit card with a bit of room to move on it, it might be worth considering doing because the saving you'll make will probably be considerably more than the interest you'll pay. Not that I'm encouraging anyone to get into debt or anything like that. Right. Anyway, Moneymakers, if you were in here, you get to see all the next bit that you're now not going to get to see. And instead, what you get to see is this little outro while we kick you off. Okay, the Moneymakers have been evicted. So, do we have any questions this week?
We do.
I know we do.
This is actually from John O'York. He posted it 5 hours ago.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make my screen just a little bit bigger, and then I'm going to share it. And here we go. He said, my own fault. I expected, as I hadn't put up Blog Defender on my Coolest Dogs website or developed a blog there yet. But it seems to have been hacked, and I'm getting emails demanding money with some, of course, wild hopes. As it's Friday, I thought I'd ask for suggestions on the Friday Live. Hope that's okay. I'm refusing to go shopping if that would clash with the Friday Live, so intended to be there today. Cheers.
Well, good choice. Because the shops are crap and the offers aren't good anyway. Right. Well, sorry you've been hacked. It is a horrible thing with WordPress. It does happen. You've already had some people make some comments down there, which is all good advice. Now, I don't know what the situation, how much data you already had on that site, how many posts and content and everything else. If there's nothing worth saving, that what Sally has said is pretty much the best piece of advice there.
That is spot on right there.
Wipe it. We used to have I can't remember the command. Back in my Unix days, I used to know the /r, which format command. And it was like we used to joke about the way to fix that is to do a format because it literally was wipe it, start again. With WordPress, sometimes if you've been hacked, it's just not worth leaving things to chance. They've probably got backdoor PHP scripts in there. Even if you clean things up, there's a good chance they're going to be able to get back in. So I would, unless you've got lots of, if you've got lots of posts and you can export them first, then look into that. But otherwise, yeah, if it were me,
it says he hasn't even developed the blog there yet.
Doesn't matter then, right? Wipe it. Seriously, wipe it, reinstall, and the first thing you should install is obviously a Malcare or Blog Defender or WordPress.
Malcare is an amazing little piece of software. It runs as a plugin and then a separate SaaS login dashboard for you to monitor, to run, to update. It checks your core files to see if they've been updated or hacked. It checks uploads. It's an extremely good piece of kit.
It does a lot to prevent you getting hacked, and it also has a thing where if they still manage to get through and do anything, There's things to fix it automatically. Oh, Steve just ordered a mug and he was number 10. The next order. Someone order a mug. You're going to win
That's
an
it.
extra bonus.
Someone order.
Right. Exciting. Tom sat there going, bloody hell, I've got orders coming in now. Wonderful. Love it. So, yeah, I would clear it, start again. The other thing about Malcare is that it is a paid service. But if you have your site get hacked and it doesn't auto-recover, you hit a button and their staff go in and fix it for you.
Yes.
So, it's superb service. I have had it recover me from an issue once, and it was my own fault. I installed a plugin that I didn't check thoroughly. It had some weird backy door bollocksy thing in it. Malcare noticed it, blocked it, and then I went to Malcare and ran the cleaner, and it completely went through and checked and cleaned the site. And they've got a Black Friday deal.
Yes, they do. I looked that up real quick. So I'm actually going to post that, John, not in the Society 11, not in the live here, but right here on your post.
There you go. So that is what I would do if it were me. If your site has been hacked and it had data you wanted to keep, well, to be honest, if I had that happen, I would go to a specialist and just go, can you clean this and keep the data, and let them get on with it, because I couldn't. I know how to do it, but I really couldn't be bothered. It's a lot of steps, which is why I use Malcare, because I could never be bothered if something like that happened. I just want to be able to go, I'm paying you, fix it. Thank you.
Right, exactly. And then, of course, your host, you can always ask your host, hey, can you restore back from, let's say, 2 or 3 weeks ago? Because if you haven't done any updates, let them do a restore to a few weeks prior, and then you should be good as go. And then, of course, get Malcare installed immediately.
Get yourself some kind of backup solution set up as well. You don't have to use a plugin for WordPress for that. You can do a cPanel backup. You can automatically schedule them. In the case of all my servers, I have mine do the backups daily. They get exported over to Dropbox and Amazon S3. And then they also get pulled down to a local storage drive, which is down in my old office. And that I don't take any chances on backups. I'm like, I want multiple levels, and I do the old father, son, grandson rotation, and I always have a weekly the same and a monthly the same. I've got so many levels, and yes, it does put your S3 fees up a bit because it's extra data transfer, and some sites are quite big.
Pennies.
But you know what? Yeah,
it's pennies.
The only times I've had issues and I've needed to get stuff back, it has taken me the minimal amount of time, because it's literally click, 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 done. And that's how it needs to be in business. You don't want, there's nothing worse. You see people that go, I mean, I had a case yesterday, funnily enough. Was it yesterday or the day before? I lost a chunk of my day because my Mac decided to do an update and the update failed, and things like that. Obviously, I can't really avoid. But in the case of, even on my Mac, if I'd had to, it would have taken a few hours. I could have just hit a button and restored from my time drive, which is backing up constantly. As it happened, Apple support were able to fix me and sort me out in no time. So there we go. There's some thoughts on backups for you. Be paranoid when it comes to backups. If something's digital, it will eventually go wrong and get deleted or corrupt.
There is another question. Let me scroll down to it real quick.
Mr. H. He's order 1011. There we go. Awesome.
Well, isn't that awesome?
Well, Michael H., take a look at andybrocklehurst.com look on the main products page and see if there's anything there you don't currently have that you would like, and let me know. And if not, we'll work something out. Anyway, one way or another, I'm going to get a product to you and we'll work out. I know you've got a lot of my products, so we'll find something you don't have that you would like, and I will get it to you. And Curt will credit you. We'll make it so that your next month it'll put your pause on your thing. So basically,
and that's exactly what I'll do through ThriveCart. That is the nice part about ThriveCart. You could do specials like this.
So your next Society 11 payment will not be taken, but the one after that it will auto resume.
Yep.
There we go.
Now, one more thing. One more question here from our friend Tom. Can anyone recommend a good course on how to use socials, like grow a Facebook page organically, use Pinterest and Instagram? I'm not looking into do paid reach, just grow an audience. I have socials set up, but not anything on them.
All right. Honestly, I don't think you need a course. I just think you need to be consistent. because that's all social is. And you can get more consistent with automation and schedule posts and things like that. And there are tools like Social Bee or Canva, as we've mentioned many times. If you use that, has a scheduler built in for Insta and Facebook and other things. But other than that, it is being consistent. I've got a friend building a page at the moment. He's started it about 4 months ago. He posts 4 times a day, always at pretty much the same times. His is just like jokes and silly stuff, but he's now really getting a following and it's starting to grow organically just through the sharing and everything. But he puts those 4 posts in a day. He goes to the trouble of going in and welcoming new members and tagging them and doing all the stuff people like, because they do. People like getting shouted out and things in those groups.
They do.
So makes it, show them you care, say welcome here, encourage them to do whatever it is you're going to be doing in that group. A lot of it is that it honestly doesn't need, you don't need a course, you just need to be doing it. All a course is going to do is tell you to do it.
Right.
I mean, how much is there? If you're talking only organically, there's not a lot of Facebook posting, really, is there, when you think about it? But anyway, there are some good products. And I know that some have been suggested by various members in the thing. So obviously check those out if you do absolutely feel you need a course. But I would question whether you really do. Any other questions this week? Or do we get to knock off early? Oh, we've got to announce something as well, don't we? Are we at the last week or is it next week we announce that? What was the banner is now
no, I've made the announcement, but yeah, it's this week because it's the last Friday of the month, so we're actually going to be doing that as well.
All right then. Well,
looks like there is another question. This one's by Michael H, and I'll bring this one up. And I don't know how many people have answered this one, but recently, I noticed on some Warrior Plus buy buttons that do not take PayPal when it takes credit card. Is this the vendor's choice? And if Y limits your sales, so sad my credit card makes me jump through hoops to purchase online. I need to phone them and authorize it, but PayPal, no problem for purchases. Just wanted to share. A lot of this has to do with people's PayPal accounts getting shut down.
Mm-hmm. Generally speaking, I would say if someone's had that, and now, this obviously doesn't always follow. I know there were some people that got stung, people that we got in here like Chris Hitman and things that I don't think, really did anything wrong. They just had some old pages that weren't quite compliant and got shafted. It can happen to anyone, but on the whole, most people that lost their PayPal accounts were selling dodgy shit anyway.
Right.
So it's normally quite a good thing to look out for and question, were they really safe? But I'd say this, yes, it does affect sales. For me, still going through Thrivecart, 60% of my sales are on PayPal, 40% are on Stripe. And the Stripe used to be like 10%. It's climbing all the time, the credit card thing. But PayPal is still the preferred payment system for people in my niche, it would seem. And so as long as I can offer PayPal, and to be quite honest, if I were to be unfortunate to get shafted, lose my account or whatever with PayPal, I would probably jump ship to like ClickBank or something like that for a lot of products where I could still have it as a payment option, but they'd be handling it, because I think it's important enough to warrant having on your order form. It makes a big enough that I'm not going to turn away potentially. Out of that 60% that pay PayPal, I'm sure half of them could probably do credit card, but would they? I don't know. I'd certainly lose a chunk if I didn't offer PayPal.
Right. Same here. Okay. Trying to see if there's any other questions. Tanya asked this last week, the 19th. I don't know if we actually got to answer this online or not, or live. Can anyone here let me know how to have a business partnership when your partner lives in another country? She's in Australia, her partner's in the United States, and we're setting up a new business. Majority of the business will be US, UK based in US dollars. Any suggestions, experiments, recommendations, welcome. Do we have any experience in that?
Yes, just a little bit. Okay, I would say this. When you're in 2 different countries, First of all, do have a look and see if it's more beneficial for you to primarily trade out of one of those countries. Society 11, for example, we run through Curt's Thrivecart account.
Right.
And we do that because it's all US based. I'm not going to get any issues over VAT or other things like that. So my percentage comes through and I pay my taxes and everything else that I need to do on that. It's just a very easy way for it to work. So I would say if you got two countries, just look for where the benefit is. And so like I say, we run it through that. I get my bit through, that goes through my accounts, but it comes through, it goes as my accounts as effectively as commissions and JV payments and things like that. Right. Because my cut is significantly less than the overall cut. It's not going to tip me over the scales for that. And if it did, I'd run it for one of my other companies. Didn't say that out loud. But there are ways and means. Obviously, I don't know tax law or anything for Australia. But Curt and I have found it pretty easy on the whole to work. And when we do other little joint things, sometimes we run it through my account, sometimes we run it through his, and we just... Right. The important thing is, as long as that business partner is someone you can trust.
Right.
And that you've got the key things down. Curt and I have got a very simple agreement. It really is pretty straightforward and direct. We just split stuff. We never argue about anything.
No.
Pretty much we talk everything through. And if one of us has an issue with something or aren't happy, we just say so.
Exactly.
You've got to have a business partnership like that. It's really important. It just saves so much grief. But apart from that, I would say look at how it stacks up for you and what's beneficial to you and what will give you the best return and save you tax and all that sort of thing. Consider that. Remember, certainly I assume it's the same in Australia as it is here. Tax avoidance is not illegal. Tax evasion is. So avoid paying it by following the law. Don't evade it and you'll be okay. And I might be quite good at that. No comment. Right. Okay. No further comment because I won't say anything that may incriminate me. It is time to do this draw then, Curt, and see who has won. And it's not going to be the banner anymore. It is now an announcement post. It will be in both groups. And the beauty of doing it this way is it means that it doesn't have to be only Curt that moderates it. So if we need to change it, I can handle it as well, which is part of why we're doing it.
So here we go. I'm going to bring this up and I'm going to come right on over to, I think it's engagement. It's been a while since I've done this. Last 28 days. Oh, let me shrink this down. There we go. Now I'm going to download the details. Last 28 days, posts, comments, reactions, actions, top posts. Nope, we want the top contributors. We're going to download. And then we're going to open. And the winner is Jerome Johnson.
Oh, J-Dog! Boom! Well done, Jerome. Excellent stuff. Get your details of what you want to advertise in the post, and we will get that post up and live on both S11 and the Moneymakers group, and it will sit there for a month.
That's right. We are going to be, like I said, we're going to be putting this as an announcement. So it's going to be the top tag post. Anyone comes into the group, they're going to see that first. There you go. Awesome, awesome. Excellent. Now, at the end of the month, we will delete that post.
Right.
Just letting you know, it will be flat up deleted. So if you're all of a sudden, hey, it's not here, now you know why.
Now, what we'll have to work out how we're going to award it for the end of December, because I do know that we will not be doing a Friday live on Friday the 25th, because that's Christmas Day. The following one after that is New Year's Day, is the 1st of January. I think we'll probably be around for a live on that day, won't we? We'll probably
So we'll probably have to do it the 18th.
That's quite early, isn't it?
Or the 23rd.
Yeah, we'll work it out. Do not worry. Somehow we'll decide. But just bear in mind, we might be doing the drawing a few days earlier to allow for Christmas. So don't leave it to the last minute to get your posts in. Right. That is our live. If you're about tonight from 9 o'clock London time onwards, I'll be in the IM pub for a couple of hours. or so. This week, I'm going to try something a little bit different. I'm going to do the Iron Pub from my iPad.
Ooh.
And the reason I'm going to do it from that is because then I can go down to the old office and sit in there and do it, because people here on a Friday night go to bed a bit sooner than I finish, and my voice is a bit booming. So
didn't we used to do like a Christmas Eve ding dong?
We did. We will talk about that on tonight's Iron Pub. Maybe we should start planning the Christmas show, the Christmas get-together. It's always fun. I think this year we definitely need to do things like Tanya can help us out with the Christmas, with the bingo idea we once were going to do. I think we should do that this year. There's a few other things. It's good fun. Anyway, if you can join us in the Iron Pub, whereby.com/Iron Pub. I'll be there from 9 o'clock onwards, or just before even. I'll be there for a couple of hours, but even beyond that, pop in. Last week, apparently, there were people in there till 4 o'clock in the morning UK time. I'd gone by 11:30. So I don't stay all night anymore. I can't do it. I'm too old. And plus, I don't drink anymore. And it's really hard to do 4 hours of that shit when you're sober.
Oh, if the conversation's good, you can.
I know, it's true.
It
just depends.
Good conversation. Yeah.
To be fair, I'm just keeping myself on a fairly tight leash as far as bedtimes and stuff go at the moment, because it's good for my mental stability.
Yes, it is.
So I won't be there super late, but there are people there that stay. There were people there till 4 last week, and apparently it was a good crack, as the Irish would say. So feel free to join in there. You don't have to be on camera anymore either. You can just come and attend and view.
Nice. And listen in and speak from the shadows.
There you go. If you want to see the best Black Friday deals, go to my blog, andybrockhurst.com. You'll see a post there. You link through. It's got all the deals on it, including the S11 deal and some others.
Nice.
We will see you on Wednesday for the review show, technical nonsense allowing. Until then, have a good weekend. Enjoy your Black Friday weekend. Don't spend stuff on stuff you don't need, but I hope you do find some bargains that really, really help you in your life and in your business. And we will see you later. Bye.
Hasta luego.